Harry Newhan here. Hey, everybody. Glad you could join me here on Monday night. Very excited about sharing this topic with you. So, I was talking to a client the other day, and by the way, there's got a lot of exciting things going on. I'm gonna talk about it tonight, and I'm gonna lead right into it. This next 10 days is going to be super, super exciting with the promotion that I'm doing. Um, I've got my training class, my 6 week training class. Week number 5 is on Wednesday, so that's coming to a winding down. And I've got group coaching tomorrow night for those members that are in my group coaching class. So that's exciting. That's every other Tuesday. But what I want to talk about here is the difference maker. The thing for me that made the most difference in my network marketing career, in my business career, in my success, I want to share with you tonight. And it's something that is a lot of times missed over. We get caught up in the excitement of our products. We get caught up in the excitement of our opportunity, the company, the people that sponsored us. We get into action, but there's a piece that was a major difference maker for me. And Jim Rohn kind of summed it up. He said, if you spend more time on yourself, personal growth, personal development, than you do on your job, you do on your business, then you'll have the capacity to handle the growth that's yet to come. And so I was talking to some of my clients, and there's an event that's coming up here next week, August 2nd through August 6th. We'll talk about it a little bit in just a minute, but this event is going to be 5 days in a row, about 90 minutes, with some of the top digital marketers and marketers in the world. And it's going to be probably going to break the world record of the most people on a single event in history. Their goal is 1 million. And he said, if I go into that class, what should I expect to get out of it? And gosh, it just started flooding into me because they're going to be talking about what they're going to be talking about, but to have these speakers that are on there, these digital marketers and marketers that have learned how to use the internet, how to lock in the internet, and they've got 50, 60 years of experience, not just in the internet, but in marketing, all different forms before the internet existed. And then, of course, we've got I think one of the names is Russell Brunson's going to be on there. He owns ClickFunnels. Young guy, his business does over a billion, I think over a billion a year, just amazing. I think he's only in his 30s, but he's going to be one of the speakers. And I said, what made the big difference for me, one of my early mentors, John Peterson, he said, he goes, what do you want out of this business, this network marketing business? And I said, well, I saw a lot of testimonials up here. I'd like to make 20,000 a month like some of them. He said, well, have you ever made that kind of money before? And I said, no, I've never made more than 17,000 in a year, let alone 20,000 a month. That's dreaming money. Nobody makes that kind of money, but these people are making it. And I'm more educated. I got more business experience, and they're making more money in a month than I'm making in a year. I want to make that kind of money. He said, well, I suggest you do 2 things. I said, what's that? Hey, I'm all ears. Now tell me what to do. I'll do it. Because I was already working 50, 60, sometimes 70 hours a week at the family restaurant. So I already knew how to work hard. He said, well, I suggest you do 2 things. One, find someone that's already earning more than what you are, that you want to get to. So find someone that's making 20,000 a month. And then as long as they're willing to teach you, do whatever they tell you to do. Hang around. Grab on and don't let go. As long as it's legal, moral, and ethical, don't question it, don't second guess it, don't doubt it, don't reinvent the wheel. You got a whole closet full of wheels. Don't hesitate or wait. Just jump in and just do exactly what they tell you to do. And so I was extremely teachable because I was tired of living paycheck to paycheck, and I knew what network marketing could do. Network marketing could do anything. As long as I was willing to put the work and effort into it, it was building a business with limited resources to leverage the opportunity in people. You guys know that's one of the reasons why you probably got in. You fall in love with the products, you get in the business, and you start recruiting and building a team, building a business. Well, when he said that, and then Jim Rohn, one of my early mentors, he said, spend more time working on your personal growth, on yourself, than you do on your business and than you do on your job, and you'll become more valuable to the marketplace. So that one thing there was huge for me. It made all the difference because that's when I realized that people making 20,000 a year think differently than people making 20,000 a month or even 5,000 a month. 60,000 a year. So I had one set of thought processes. I was thinking at the 20,000, 17,000 a year level, and I had to start thinking differently because the other thing Jim Rohn says, for things to get better, you got to get better. For things to change, you got to change. So he's basically telling me that make myself more valuable to the marketplace. So that's when I started to model. I started modeling other people that were more successful than I was, earning more money than I was. And it's interesting 'cause I never found anybody that was lucky. They worked hard. They worked hard, but because the opportunity leveraged and because the product was awesome, the compensation plan was awesome, the company was great, things started to everything, all the pieces were there. The only different piece was me. I had to get it up here. I had to, if I wanted to make 100,000 a year, I had to be worth 100,000 a year. If I wanted to make 20,000 a month, I had to be worth 20,000 a month. And again, that's dreaming money. Most people can't relate to that kind of money. 10,000 a year, 100,000 a year. What is that? 8,300 a month. That's 5% of the adult population. That's 100,000 a month. You're making $1 million. 100,000 a year. Making 100,000 a month. That's 1/10 of 1%. So you're talking, something that's not very common. Something that it's just a dream to an average guy like me flipping hamburgers at Big Boys. So for me, it was a dream. It was out there. It was like non-achievable. But if I could just get to double my income, go from 17 to 34, if I could do that, then things would start to happen. And so I started working on myself. I started finding the people who were making the money, and I started hanging around. In fact, several of them got together in North Carolina. They invited me to come along for the trip for 90 days, and I believe it was the summer of 1986 or 1987. And I went, and I lived in North Carolina, the Triad area there. We worked Winston-Salem, High Point, and Greensboro. And we did meetings every other day in a different city there, and we opened up that area. And I watched how they did it. And then from there, I was invited to go to Denver and work with my sponsor. This was before the internet. This was before cell phones. This was all touch and feel, face to face. And now it's so much easier because you don't even have to leave home. You can work around the globe right from your computer, and that's what most of us do. And now you have YouTube. You can get trained. So YouTube's got everything you could ever want. You can get Jim Rohn videos on there. You can get Norman Vincent Peale. You can get Zig Ziglar. Napoleon Hill, they're all on YouTube for free. So you can get the training that I had to go and get as long as you invest in yourself and actually do the work. Do the training, absorb it, metabolize it, implement it, listen to it over and over and over again. Repetition is the mother of skills. So if you invest in yourself, if you need an accountability coach, hire an accountability coach. Just because it's on YouTube doesn't mean you're going to watch it. So if it's on YouTube or Vimeo, whatever it is, if you don't have an accountability process in place that actually you do it, wake up in the morning, watch your hour every single day. Before you go to bed, watch another one every single day. You start investing in yourself and start inputting this information and then start applying it as you're learning it, your whole life will change. Your whole life will change and everything around you will change. And you take that burning desire that you have and you put it into personal growth and personal development. And Jim Rohn said, personal growth has to come before the fortune. If it doesn't, if you get lucky and you hit the lottery, the money falls through your hands because you don't have the capacity. He said, if you give an idiot $1 million, he's not a millionaire. He's just an idiot with $1 million. You got $1 million idiot. So I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm not saying anybody's an idiot, but I'm saying that just because you have $1 million, if it given to 10 million, 100 million, the lotto, you win the lotto, 50 million, whatever it is, and it doesn't make you a millionaire. You have to be a millionaire up here to have the capacity to handle the success that's coming so that it doesn't go through your hands, so you know what to do with it. I heard, I'll go a little bit longer here. I heard that, the bigger the problem, that you solve, every time you solve a problem, and if it's bigger and bigger, the check goes up. You get a bigger check. And the reverse is true too. The bigger the check, the bigger the problems. So when you have all that kind of money, the bigger problem is how to keep it. Because it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. It's how much you can give away. It's how much you can help other people. It's how much you can share and make an impact out there in people that aren't as fortunate, don't have the burning desire that you have. That's the magic. So what are you going to do to become more valuable to the marketplace? Invest in yourself. You guys, I've got a bunch of stuff on YouTube. You should subscribe to my YouTube channel. But by the way, I want to tell you, the reason I brought this up is there's a registration link on the group right in here, and it's a 5-day challenge. It's coming up next week, the 2nd through the 6th. The world's top marketers are going to be on there. It's free. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to pay anything for a ticket. It's free. Don't treat it like it's free. Treat it like you paid $1,000, because these people on there that you're going to hear from, they're multimillionaires. And one of them is Tony Robbins. Last year, his companies that he owns did over $7 billion worth of business. So they're going to share with us mindset, thinking right, getting the information, teaching us different things in digital marketing. You get around those kind of people, you absorb that information, implement that information, whatever business you own, whatever business they talk about, it's the content that you can apply to your business that is critical. Change your life forever. It has mine multiple times. I've been ultra successful in 3 different businesses over the last 30 years, and now I'm building my own brand. I'm helping other people with the content and the information, the gifts that were given to me to change my life. I'm passing it on. So check out my YouTube channel. Definitely register for free for the event. You don't want to miss this. And you want to tell a friend, get an accountability partner. Don't go alone. This event is going to be historic. They're not going to do it again. This is the last time. This is the 4th time they've done it. It's the last time they're going to do it. And it's going to be historic. So the content is what it's all about. It's not just spending the time. It's in being a part of it. It's getting the content to change your life so you can think like a $100,000 person. So you can think like $1 million person. So you can think on how to get to the next level. And work on your personal growth, work on your personal development by modeling, hanging around the people that will change your life. All right? So click on there. Right now, register for free. You'll get into the private Facebook group. You'll get email. Dean Graziosi is one of the hosts. He does daily Facebook messages in the Facebook group that are great. Little tidbits, kind of like this, but shorter, where he gives you a tip, gives you success tips every single day, and it's powerful. All right? Hopefully this resonates with you. I know I'm going to be on it, even though I've seen it before. I'm going to see it again because it's not going to be the same. And I want to get this information. Surround myself with people that are successful at the next level. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Talk to you next week, and get on the registration. Bye now.